My name's Tim Shanahan. I'm with the North Central Catchment Management Authority. This is Damien Wells, our CEO. 5 years ago, young Greg Quinn told his father that he had no desire to come home on the farm. Pat Quinn modernised his farming system and his connection into the backbone. Greg again approached his father and said, "Dad, I can see a future in farming now. I want to come home on the farm with you." So I'll be talking about the Innovative Farming Implementation Plan. Now, the urgent need for this particular plan now is that our region is going through rapid, large-scale land and water transformation. The biggest driver in town is the irrigation backbone that's being modernised, and farmers have a critical time right now to make a decision about whether they connect into the backbone or not. This is their once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. $2 billion invested into the backbone of the irrigation system. We will not see that again, and farmers have to decide now as to what they do. There is a really strong market demand. There is good food and fibre markets out there. Productive agriculture is thriving, and this region is ready for investment. It's ready for the next wave and the next phase. The implementation plan does provide a critical whole of landscape and regionally endorsed response. This is an implementation plan that's been developed in close consortium with all the partners. It is about maximising the opportunities of irrigation modernisation. It is about increasing regional development, about addressing some of the socio-economic impacts that are confronting our communities right now, and they are significant, and they have to be working on these now. It does meet the sharper focus on food and fibre and sustainable agriculture, but it is about adapting to a variable water future. We've seen a drought, we've seen a flood, we could be going back to a drought again. Farmers have got some big decisions to make. The area that the implementation plan currently covers is across the whole Goulburn Murray Irrigation District. But the project was specifically developed around Loddon, Gannawarra and Campaspe local government areas. It's about 1.5 million hectares between those three LGAs. 650,000 is what we specifically concentrated on. About half of that's irrigated, and about a third of that looks like it'll be on the irrigation backbone, the main channels and the main connectors. The implementation plan has 6 priority action plans. The first in reaping the benefits is about attracting more investment into our region. It's about attracting more people to farm, especially the high gross margin enterprises. We've got sustainable competitive advantages. We need to maximise those. The second is about developing local solutions for local problems. It's about proving that we've got, through demonstrations, through trials, through farm works, that there are options there that farmers can transition if they're looking to in their land and water use. I have a rough rule of thumb that if a farmer sees an alternative land use within about 20 kilometres of their property, they will adopt it. With another farmer with skin in the game that has proven that concept, they will say that can work for me. The third and the cornerstone of the implementation plan is the workbook. The workbook is about supporting farmers to make good decisions based on good information. An independent expert sitting down with a farmer around the kitchen table, thinking about where do you want to be, how do you want to get there, who do you want to be doing it with, in about making sure they understand what their future is going to be and what are the actions they're going to take to get there. The fourth is about rationalising some of our underutilised infrastructure, making sure we are competitive, making sure things aren't overpriced. It can be irrigation infrastructure where we maybe shouldn't be irrigating now, but also looking at infrastructure, whether they be roads or crossings or culverts, where we need to rationalise them or increase investment in those areas because farmers are wanting to maximise their opportunities. The fifth, reducing the red tape. Currently, farmers are saying to me, I have to go from 5 to 6 to 7 different authorities, and I get shoved between all of them. And it's frustrating me to the point where I'll go somewhere else to invest. This is about streamlining that process, making sure that their investment and their decisions are good and timely, and we can work with them to get those things done. And 6 is taking care of business, managing the implementation plan, but importantly, keeping the engagement with those stakeholders there right at the forefront. The implementation plan is about helping farmers make more timely and informed decisions. It's not about telling farmers what to do. It's about helping them make those decisions. We need to help them support that decision-making process from the whole of the enterprise. This is about irrigation, it's about dryland, it's about mixed farming, it's about horticulture, dairy, red meat, wool, grains, you name it. It's about all of those things, whole of enterprise thinking. We need to optimise the investment, particularly for irrigation modernisation, but also making sure that farmers are maximising their investment that they're going to make into the future. The actions range from whole of enterprise thinking to retaining young farmers. It's absolutely vital that we retain them. We need to attract investment, prove alternative crops, looking at and also improving our processes from a government perspective. We've looked at the benefits, we've looked at the costs, and it's positive. And for $20 million of investment over the whole of the GMID over the next 5 years, 2,000 individual workbooks can be done with 2,000 farming families. 200,000 hectares of irrigation, 400,000 hectares of dry land, but importantly, another 200,000 hectares for natural resource management outcomes as well. For our gross value of agricultural production, we can increase that by another $50 million per year. Just in the farm profit alone, it's another $5 million, and we can generate another 250 jobs in farming alone through the project. It has been a very strong consortium. We have worked closely with Loddon, Ganawara and Campaspe. We've spoken to Greater Shepparton, we've spoken to Moira as well. The CMA has been the lead proponent, a leader in this area, but we have worked really closely with Golden Broken CMA and with Golden Murray Water as well. We've worked closely with La Trobe University, who've provided some real social community intellect and understanding where our community's at now, where do they want to go into the future, and we worked with our state government authorities at the same time. We have been quite strategic in integrating with modernisation. We've worked closely with the Connections program and then with our farm water program and modernising on farm. It does enable more confident and timely decisions, especially through the workbook. Farmers can be clear about where they want to go and how they want to get there with really well-considered options. But importantly, we're talking about realistic options that they can transfer and they can go into that are viable and tangible, realistic options.
1 minute to go, project managers.
So the question for you, does the Innovative Farming Implementation Plan integrate, complement and support your current or future projects? Do you have enough information now to understand and be able to advocate for the implementation plan?